103.2 Preston FM.
Keeping it local.
Right now, on the line, it's Wayne Kennedy, who does the Dean Martin in the show. So, Wayne, a very good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon to you, Huey.
And thank you for joining us on the show.
Always a pleasure.
I must admit, Wayne, just listening to that in my headphones and the big band sound just sounds brilliant. What is it like when you were on stage performing as Dean Martin and you've got the big band sound around you? Can you explain what that feeling is like?
Well, it's a good question, that is, but it might be better to say that when I used to do gigs on playback, it sounded awful and it sounded lost. Now, when you've got that band behind you, it's just so much more powerful. And you can just feel everything. And plus, with them being a show band and part of the show as well, all the brass are standing up. It's just one big group of people.
And I mean, Wayne, you've been... how did this all start? Because you were responsible for the inception of the show and every aspect of it. So how did it all begin?
Well, we've now been going 12 years. So back in 2002, I thought, what will suit the latter stages of my career? And with my tone of voice, there was never going to be any Michael Jackson for me. So the lower ranges of Dean Martin did suit me very well. And I began by doing a solo show in a pub to a mighty audience of 11, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, things can only get better. And here we are now, 12 years later, with a worldwide theatrical production that employs about 26 people. And we've been off halfway around the world, USA, Turkey, Germany, Switzerland, Spain, Denmark, Czech Republic, Abu Dhabi, to name a few.
And what do you think it is about the music, even today, I mean, just listening to that, it is so alive, it is so vibrant. What do you think it is about the music that attracts, because you do sell-out shows, what gets people out of the house then to come and watch, Wayne? I
would say it's still the coolest, and that aura of class and style continues to shine above all others. And also, I mean, the advent of people like Robbie Williams, Westlife, and Michael Bublé covering these songs. Now we've got the internet. Obviously, people listen to these youngsters doing them, and then they go on the internet and type in the song. Oh, and up comes Frank Sinatra or Dean Martin or Sammy Davis, and they go, "Wow, this is even better." And it never ceases to amaze me, Huey, the age of the people at our shows. It is really right across the board, which is fantastic to see.
And that really must be nice to know that you're introducing people of all ages to music that, they were too young of it to experience the first time round. It must be really nice to see young fans coming along.
Yeah, that's another good point indeed. And it must be the only genre of music that's cool for 8-year-olds and cool for 80-year-olds.
So, Wayne, how difficult was it then to portray Dean Martin? Did you spend many hours in front of a mirror to try and get, everything spot on? What was the most difficult part of him that you found? Was it actually singing or some of his mannerisms?
Yeah, still trying to get it spot on, Huey. You obviously try and get as close as you can. It's not a carbon copy impression. But it's all about taking people on a trip. As I say, we do try and get as close to the character as possible. And it's not tightly scripted. So that's what keeps it fun. It isn't like a West End scripted play or Shakespeare or whatever. There's a lot of fooling about, and we're always playing jokes on one another, so we never would know what's coming next, and also audience participation is a big part in the show. So that's what keeps us keeps us loving it and keeps it going for 12 years and a few more to come, hopefully.
Yeah, and I mean, what is nice, you've also got dancers in the show, you've got a band backing you up, the big band sound, and in a way it's kind of bringing the taste of Hollywood to our small theatres, and it gives people the opportunity to sample that kind of show that otherwise would have been lost in history.
Yeah, I mean, we play the biggest theatres there are too. I mean, we play Edinburgh Playhouse, we play Blackpool Grand Opera House, you know, but going to somewhere like Lowther Pavilion, it's a different experience, it's much more intimate and can often be a lot more fun, you know, and a lot more friendly, easy to park, for sure. So we do look forward to playing the small theatres as well as the big theatres. You know, tickets are selling very well for the Lowther on the 31st, Sunday the 31st, so we're looking forward to returning there. I think I don't know whether it's our third or fourth time, and can't wait to get back there.
That's right, and then you're going to the beautiful Grand Theatre, which I think is one of the oldest theatres in the country up in Lancaster.
Oh, yeah, then we're up in Lancaster. You're right, yes, I mean, that is a really, really old theatre up there. We're up in Lancaster, I think, a few weeks later, and again on a Sunday night, and looking forward to returning to Lancaster too.
So who are the other guys in the show with you then?
Well, it can vary a little with Sammy Davis, but there's obviously myself playing Dean Martin, and then there'll be Roman Marek, very funny guy, playing Sinatra, great singer too. Obviously we've got all the lads in the band or in the orchestra or a show band, as we've said, and then we've got a touch of drama by way of the fabulous Las Vegas Chanel Girls that will also sing a little and do something like 13 or 14 clothes changes. Yeah,
and I mean, you're not a stranger to showbiz before this, because you often appeared on TV and been in show business for quite some time. Are you still based in Derbyshire?
Just me and the sheep here in Derbyshire. Which is great, you know, I love it here. And obviously it's very central, so it's easy to whiz up to Lytham St Anne's or to Lancaster or down to London. You know, they're both only a couple of hours away, which is nice.
Yeah, and I take it the suits and the costumes, etc., within the show are within the keeping of the era of the Rat Pack.
Very 1960 for us. Yes, everything is as is. You know, it is a professional theatre show, and lots of close changes, all within the period, and we're very proud of that.
And how does it go down? As you say, you've travelled the world, you've appeared in Denmark, Switzerland, Germany, the Czech Republic. I mean, for many, many years, when the Czech Republic was a communist country, this kind of music was often banned. How do you go down in countries when you go abroad then, Wayne?
We go down tremendously well. It never ceases to amaze me. Even, you know, places that don't speak English. You know, every overseas concert has been successful, and they seem to, and bizarrely, they seem to get all the jokes as well, which is fantastic.
And the other guys also in the group with you. I mean, each night you go on stage, because you've been touring now for some weeks, haven't you? Is it still the same kind of, if you'll excuse the pun, the same kind of kick even now when you go on stage and you hear the music and you go into the songs?
Oh, absolutely, yes. If I didn't get a thrill out of still doing it, I don't need to do it, and wouldn't continue. But it's wonderful. I mean, something like that's amore, when I'll point at a gentleman in the front row and that point in the song and say, lucky fella, and then seeing the look on his wife or partner's face light up, that's worth $1 million. You can't buy that.
That's right. And another nice thing being that you often raise money for charities along the way.
Yeah, we've done a lot of things throughout the years. I know this Sunday we've got a great big open air show not far from me here at the legendary Newstead Abbey, and we're trying to help a couple of kids with a thing called Batten's disease, the charity Battle Batten. We're helping them this Sunday, and always look to try and do our bit where we can.
So when you started out then, did you think you would be where you are today? And as you say, you know, with the band behind you, with dancers and with the support of all the people who work behind the scenes?
No, I mean, not at all. I mean, I've done pretty well in the entertainment industry, but just to think that we'd be selling out Edinburgh Playhouse for 3 years running, you know, is just phenomenal. And, you know, long may it continue.
Yes. Well, can I thank you for talking to us today? People can come along and see you. As you said, you're at Lowther Pavilion, and that's Sunday the 31st of August, and then at Lancaster at the Grand Theatre on Sunday the 14th of September. So people can come along, and of course they can have a look at the website. They can go to the Rat Pack Vegas Spectacular Show.
Yes, Huey, the website is ratpack.biz. That's ratpack.biz. All the information's on there. If anybody wants to phone the box office at the Lowther in Lytham St Anne's, it's 01253 794 221. Also on our website, they can get links to our Facebook page, which has, can you believe, over 1,000 live on-stage pictures. So, yeah, you can check us out online and see exactly what we're up to.
Brilliant. Well, I'm going to play out with another Dean Martin song. So, Wayne, can I thank you for talking to us this afternoon?
Always a pleasure to talk to you, Huey.
Look forward to the next time. See you, Wayne. Bye-bye.
Take care, mate. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Sunday nights from 9. Join Steve Franklin live for Preston FM's weekly request show.
Could I have some pink Floyd for my mum?
Gino by Dixie's Midnight Runners.
Can I request 9 to 5 by Dolly Parton, please?
What a way to make a living.
Lavender by Marillion.
Sunday nights from 9. 103.2 Preston FM. The weekend stops here.